What's going on, y'all? So listen, girl, what's going on? Listen, I literally just got in this house. It's 6:39. We got a hell thunderstorm, baby. Spring is tomorrow. It got a little cool today, mind you. This all I wore, and this is literally a shirt. I'm thinking that the weather is gonna be okay. The weather is gonna be okay because that's what they told us. That's what they told us. Yeah, we were supposed to get a little bit of rain. We were supposed to get a little bit of rain, but I ain't know it's supposed to be raining on and off. And then when it's raining so goddamn hard, okay? And then all of a sudden, it just felt like the roof at my job was about to cave in. You wanna know why? Because it started helling. And I mean, it was helling so bad when we came outside when it was finally trying to go. It still was hell on the floor. It was ice on the floor, everything, like ice balls and all that stuff. I said, get me home. Get me home. And I just started thinking, like, you know what? It's tornado season now. I just got through looking at this particular documentary about the Joplin tornado, I think in 2011 or whatever, out there in Missouri. Joplin is on Netflix. It's called Twister, the Game Changer, or something like that. It was good because y'all know I love a good documentary, and I've been on this tornado kick for some reason. I don't know why. Baby, let me just tell you this. I don't understand people that live out there in those places. I don't. I do not. I'm too my nerves too bad for that. Okay. To see the destruction that some wind and a little bit of lightning can do. Like, I was looking at one particular thing about a tornado on YouTube. All you gotta do is look it up, whatever. I don't remember what it was. But I just know they said one of the survivors, they was talking to two survivors, okay? And they said, baby, when the tornado came close to them, the pressure from that thing, one of them, it busted the shit out their eardrums and poured out their root canal, right? And then the other one was like, bitch, it had tore they fucking tear ducts. I said, oh my God, this is too much. This is too much. And then you go outside, and I mean, it got pitch black outside earlier. Pitch black. Do it look like it now? Absolutely not. And it ain't even raining that bad. It's just drizzling. I said, you know what? I'm about to be a nervous wreck this whole summer, spring. Y'all already know. But I'm home. It is what it is. Let's just get into this video, baby. It's a lot. Y'all was cutting up these past couple of days. At least one person, okay? A few people, but at least for sure one person that really got my goat, bitch. Okay. First of all, let me put this out here because there was somebody in either this past what it is or the what it is before that trying to say that Beyonce's tour wasn't selling. And I said, please don't, I just don't like when misinformation be spread. And mind you, the report just already came out, said it's over 95% sold out right about now. And they added new dates. So she added a Las Vegas, couple of dates out there in Las Vegas, I believe. Girl, you know what? I'm gonna let her have it. I'm gonna let her have it. I'm gonna leave her alone because mama and them been going through it, and it's just really be goddamn ridiculous. The things that's been going on. Yes. Hold on. It's just really crazy, all the stuff that's been going on and the attacks that this lady and her family has been getting. And this ain't even a stand part of me or whatever that's saying this. This is a humanistic part of me. This is a person who can have empathy and sympathy and feel for people, even though I know it seems like sometimes that I don't. But I can, and I do. I just feel like when it's necessary, it's necessary. When it's none less necessary, it's unnecessary. And at this point in time, it's been unnecessary. That family has been going through it. I don't give a fuck about their monetary status or whatever the hell it is, if they celebrities or whatnot, because I know that's what people gonna say. Oh, well, y'all worried about these people, whatever, and what they doing. It don't fucking matter. It's the humanistic side of me that's saying what's going on is not right. The whole mess with Tony Busby, that's not right. And I hope Jay-Z take his whole law firm. That's all I really got to say about that. But the shit that's really been bothering me and really had me effed up the day before, Kanye West. I had this man blocked, okay? And I've had him blocked since he first had that mental break, okay? Because, whoa. And I just knew the type of world we live in the society, and the picking and the choosing of things that we live in, when he said all of that stuff about slavery being a choice and, you know, being so pro-Trump and all of that other stuff. And people were still on his side. Y'all was still out there. And I'm not saying all of y'all, because I'm pretty sure. Is that the goddamn sun? Finna go, girl, what? Sun ain't been out all day. Now when it's about to set, you want to come out? That's some crazy and just, oh, that's petty. That's petty. But anyway, all of that stuff happened. And a lot of people, probably some that's watching me, you know, I'm just saying, got to point the facts out. Y'all probably sitting in your Yeezys right now. You still brought his stuff. You still brought his stuff. Like, he blatantly said slavery was a choice and all of this other stuff that he was saying that was just so ill. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you blame it on, okay, well, he's going through a mental break. He's bipolar. He's not taking his medication, or they didn't know that this was going on, so now he got his meds regulated and all this stuff. Then he get his meds regulated. Then he goes off of them. And now we get another mental break. If it's really a mental break, okay? The whole stuff, he goes on a tirade about Kim and them. You know, and at this point, I really don't care about them, okay, because they're in the same boat. But at the same time, it's like, okay, what is it going to get y'all to cancel this man? And this is why a lot of people, including myself, feel like cancel culture is just it's not real. It's not real. It's really a pick and choose. I'm going to hold off on you for a minute and then make it seem like I don't give a damn about you, but I'm still going to be, you know, kicking with you and all that stuff. And I just feel like you can't really cancel a person for real. Because there's always going to still be somebody that's out there that's going to be listening to their stuff, that's going to be watching their stuff, that's going to be buying their stuff. And that's just how it is, okay? And, you know, what can you say about it? Absolutely nothing. But at the same time, we see a lot of other stars and a lot of artists or whatever, they get quote unquote canceled, if you want to say that, or having their sales and their products and stuff affected by the problematic things that they do when they say and all that. But yeah, you got Kanye. Y'all keep uplifting and thinking that this motherfucker is a genius, okay? And yeah, he's cool. He's cool. And I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I loved me some Kanye back in the day when, you know, Late Registration, College Dropout, all of that shit, them first 3 albums, and then 808s, Heartbeats, them motherfuckers came out. Girl, yes. And this was even, I think it was probably one album once he got married to Kim Kardashian. And that was the last thing. Oh, and when they did Cruel Summer, Watch the Throne. Yes, Kanye was that nigga. I ain't even gonna freaking lie. Like the production, everything, you know. I loved his music, but then it's like after he got married to Kim, things started. And I'm not saying, and I never really was the one that was saying like, you know, she changed him, because as we can clearly see, absolutely not. It was him. This was all him. Okay, and so it was something that went off on his head. You know what I'm saying? And then I slowly was seeing a change. Slowly. But then when he came out with that slavery is a choice, I jumped off the train real quick. Ain't never listened to another song from him. Never had no desire to listen to another new song, a new album, or anything. Okay? And I'm not just, you know, it is what it is. You can listen to what you want to do. But, you know, I don't play about stuff like that. You got too much influence, you know what I'm saying? And people, these young people these days, they be following you and they're so gullible. It's fine if you're not trying to be a role model. But celebrities got to understand, regardless if you try to be a role model or not, you really are, you know. But at the same time, people are so naive these days. People are so gullible these days. And that's just what it is, okay? And you putting this stuff out there. Then you put the White Lives Matter shirt out there. Then now this whole you're being anti-Semitic like a mother freaker, right? Then now you're claiming yourself that you are Nazi, okay? And that, you know, you hate the... Would I be wrong if I say, y'all, how do you hate Jews so much, but then you love Jesus? Because one Jesus a Jew. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I guess he's the exception. But I just really this latest thing, then you get married to the girl. You're stalking Kim. You get married to the girl, the other girl that looks like Kim's doppelganger but younger. She somewhat look like her. It's in the same range. You're using her as a muse and all this stuff. You treating her like trash. You're treating her like property. And she's stupid enough to go along with it, because I'm not just going to put that on him, because she got a mind of her own. But also, that's what manipulation, that's what grooming. And for those that don't understand, when we say grooming is not just specifically for children. It's not specifically for age or for a certain thing. You can groom anybody at any age to do anything. Okay? And that's exactly what he's doing to this woman. And I don't know what type of control over her that she has or he has. I don't know if she's there on her free will or not. He could say that, but I truly don't believe it. After that stunt that he pulled at the Grammys when she came out there bucket ass naked. Yeah, girl, what? That was it. I said, what the hell is going on? And then I just said, fuck it. It's Kanye. I don't even care. But then he goes on this latest tirade that happened like of a span of 2 days, because I believe he's still going on right now. I have him blocked. I wind up getting on Twitter and I'm seeing that the people are in an uproar. I'm like, what's going on, y'all? They said, bitch, Kanye going off. He's going on a rant. He's just all up in his feelings. Playboi Carti finally released the album after I don't know how many years, okay? Honestly, I don't know that. I don't understand the hype against about Playboi Carti. I'm not taking away from his artistry and what he put out, because I've never personally listened to his music, never had the desire, and it could be actually great. So I'm not going down it or whatever. I just never got into him. But I do know that that's Iggy Azalea baby daddy, and she has some issues with him basically saying he a deadbeat. Okay, cool. Well, that's not cool, but that's the extent to what I go. And I be looking up videos and they just like, yeah, girl, they waiting for him to come out. They waiting for him to come out and all this stuff. He be lying to the fans and they be hanging on to this everywhere. When this album gonna drop? When this album gonna drop? Finally dropped the album. This man can't even wallow in the glows of his success of putting out this album finally and celebrating with his fans before Kanye come through and want to ruin the moment that he had. All because Kanye was not on the goddamn album. Mind you, Kendrick was on the album. I think they said he was on at least 3 songs. Okay. So because of this, mind you, let's all remember. Kanye West is 47 years old. Kanye West is 47 years old. Kanye West proceeds to go on a Twitter rant as if he was 20. This man went in and was just talking out his ass about Playboi Carti. How dare you not put me on your album, but you gonna put Kendrick on the album. I hate Kendrick, and all of this stuff, and I ain't not like us. And then he went, this is all because he didn't get on the Playboi Carti album. I'm sitting here like, were you obligated to be on the album? Were you contractually agreed to be on the album? Or did you just do a song and the song just didn't make the cut? Or is it because you don't understand that your actions have consequences, and some people, even though they were cool with you, you went a little bit too far for them at that moment, and they're like, no, I don't want to be associated with that anti-Semitic stuff, that Nazi stuff and all that stuff. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? And he just can't understand that. I don't know what the reason was. Okay. Either way, it was his choice. It was his right if he didn't want to put that man on the album. So of course he goes on and on and on and on. Then he gets upset about the fact that, oh, you trying to call my baby mama and get my daughter on your album or talk to me. I said, hold up. And this whole thing about putting Northwest on this and putting Northwest on that with these rappers and all this stuff. Do anybody else find it weird or like crazy that this little girl is being in the association of these grown ass men? These grown ass rappers that's rapping about stuff that she shouldn't even know about? Like, what is the. Can we just keep children in children's places? What is going on these days? We've seen how these child stars have happened and what they went through. Okay. Mind you, this is Kanye West, who is always talking and trying to get at Kim about, putting the kids on social media, putting this, and this, and making them do that. No, you can't do that. Let's go do, I don't want them on here. I don't want them on there. You got to let the kids stay this, but yet you want them in the rooms with this little girl in the rooms with these grown ass rappers that's smoking, that's doing, talking about shit that she shouldn't be listening to. I don't give a fuck. Then, he went in on Kim too. Went in on Kim, but then the tweet that he said, you gonna try to go to this white woman, something to get permission to do something with my black kids? I said, oh, now see, that's when I literally said, oh yeah, that, I ain't gonna lie, I chuckled because, listen, the hypocrisy, the dumbness, the contradictory, the everything that you want to call the of it all. I gasped for a second. I said, how dare you? How freaking dare you? Because at the end of the day, you marry said white woman, right? You decided to lay down and have kids with this woman, whether you had kids naturally with her all times, all four pregnancies, or three in a surrogate. Okay. Either way, you decided to procreate with this woman. You decided to get married with this woman. You decided to cheat on your former partner with this woman, this white woman, so you say, right? And, you got married to her. You used her as your muse. Okay, that's what you did. You control every aspect of her. Y'all remember how he had Kim dressing? I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes he did have her dressing nice. I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck happened with this Bianca bitch. No shade, Miss Girl. You probably ain't really done nothing. You just catching a stray because I don't understand why you're over there with him. But that's it. And you 29 years old, girl. Get the fuck out. You still got time ahead. Okay. Yeah. So now she's a white woman and you have your black kids. Now you're claiming your blackness all of a sudden. But why would you differentiate about that white woman? Mind you, you're married to another white woman. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? I said, you know what? And that's what I really was not taking none of this serious. And then he started using the F word. He literally said, no offense to my gays if I offend you for using the F word. I ain't trying to, but I'm not going to stop using it. I mean, and at that one part right there, you know what? I hate when motherfuckers do something and I be like, well, at least you honest about it, okay? At least you honest about it. But bitch, that's fucked up. He said I ain't going to stop using the word. I said, well, that's your truth. And I don't agree with it, but at least I don't respect it. But I can respect the fact that you owned up to it right away and said, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to offend you, but, I'm still going to use the word. And to that, I say, F you. You know what I'm saying? F you. And if you still on the train at this moment, especially if you gay, and you okay with this man using that word, bitch. I mean, he called Playboy Cardi that. He called Drake that. It just got real crazy all of a sudden. And then, you know what? I had a sinking feeling, and the whole time this whole rent shit was going on because people was reporting it. I was not on his page. I get off of Twitter for a couple of hours. I logged back on because somebody had said, did you see? I said, what? This motherfucker said something about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. I will not be repeating what was said because one thing about it, two things for sure. I don't give a damn if I don't like you like that. I know I said, depending on what it is, everybody can get it. But I really don't mean that. Unless it's really something heinous that you did. Honestly, the kids, out of everything, the kids really are innocent. And I do not like when children are being brought up in whatever argument, disagreement, altercation, whatever it is that you got going on. I don't care who you is, okay? I don't like it. There was no reason for those children to be brought up and to have had those disgusting things to have been said about them, right? And it's so sickening because of the simple fact that those kids, out of all these goddamn kids, celebrity kids, those kids have been shitted on, talked about, made fun of, and dissected and all of this stuff since they were in their mother's womb. Conspiracy theories and everything. Been attacked. Blue was attacked about her hair. And even the babies look, whether she looked like Jay, whether she looked like her mom. The twins being attacked because, why she don't show the twins, why she don't show Sir, and then, he must got this, and he must got that, and he this and that. Why? And then people getting so up in their feelings because they don't see somebody's kids. Why do y'all do that? Do you know? And this is exactly why people don't want to show you their kids, especially these celebrities, because y'all fucking crazy. You want to see the kid just so you can talk shit. That's just what it is. Not because you want to see them growing up or whatever, because you want to talk shit. That's just what it is, okay? And I hope she don't put no more pictures up. Because it's just, it's fucking ridiculous and it's disgusting. And, I had tweeted out, I said, it's a shame that they got to go through this. And I know that they fucking hurt. Because this is a person that at one point in time was close to them. And you could say, they probably really weren't that close. They were close. Jay-Z and Kanye was close at one point. Beyonce and Kanye were close at one point. You know what I'm saying? They did music together. They hung out together to a certain point. Kanye looked at Jay-Z like a big brother, okay? And maybe in his mind, the relationship was a little bit deeper than what it was for Jay-Z. That could be the case, but they were close at one point, And that's just to say some shit like that. Then to call them, you call them COONs? What? Are you serious? You of all people calling they black asses who for the culture doing shit for the peoples, and you up here going against? You sucking Donald Trump's ass and Elon Musk? What? Like, you're putting his hair in ponytails. Are you serious? And you want to call them? I said, get the freak out of here. Then gonna say some. Only reason why I deleted the tweet about them and their family is not because I wanted, because I'm afraid to get canceled. No, I just don't want my account to get banned. I said, sir, get the freak. Then said, he put out another one. What did he say? I think it was earlier today. What did the tweet say? I love Jay-Z and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep, like I wanted family in this music shit. I run on stages thinking I was doing the right thing and always be a slight. Hov not coming to my first wedding, him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl over me, or even us never being invited to shit, taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me have more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run over me. Shit hurts. So fuck both of them. Cause when I needed them, it was fuck me. It was fuck you, and it's still gonna be fuck you. Okay, I'm speaking for them, bitch. It was fuck you and it's still gonna be fuck you. All right, that relationship was over and done with, and I'm pretty sure that relationship was done with when they decided not to come to their wedding. I would still be salty too. Like, damn, bitch, you couldn't shut up. Y'all, I remember when that shit went down. You had to have been there in real time. They was like, everybody was showing up and everything. And then, out there in Paris, right? Everybody was showing up, right? Next thing you know, Beyonce posted. I'm sorry, it was real funny. It was real funny because now I really don't give a damn. Okay, bitch, I wouldn't have shown up either because it was already rumors and stuff going around saying that they really did not fuck with Kim Kardashian and that clan like that. Even though I know they be coming to the events and shit like that, that still don't mean that they be fucking with them like that. You know how these socialite rich people do. Okay, I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, girl, Beyonce posted that picture with her in them cornrows with a fresh face, ain't had no makeup, looked like she just woke up and decided to just take a picture and all that shit. Bitch, that shit was so fucking funny with them braids on. And he over there, everybody like, where she at? Is y'all coming to the wedding? Y'all coming to the wedding? Hell the fuck no. That shit was so fucking funny. That's some petty ass shit. Okay. And I said, you know what? Right in there, that just goes to show that relationship is over and it's done with. Okay. And he should have known right in there, you know. And then you want him to come to your defense about your kids when you doing all of this shit, baby. You don't need, I'm pretty sure they feel like you don't need to be around them kids. Okay. You don't need to be around them kids. So yeah, that's just really what it is at this point. I don't give a fuck about Kanye. Okay. Put him in, and I heard that Kim Kardashian about to file to get like full custody, which she should, because he's so fucking unstable. And then he over there tried to get, he got pissed off at Kim because Kim didn't want to give her permission to put Northwest on a song with him and Diddy. Because, you know, he supported Diddy, right? And he was talking shit about Cassie, talking about Cassie was going to write a tell-all book and said, give me $30 million and I won't tell her. That's what Diddy did. And, you know, y'all getting upset like this, you know, this nigga hit bitches, I hit bitches. Diddy hit bitches, but you want to get on his ass. And I said, well, so you just admitted that you an abuser too. And honestly, I'm not surprised. And so therefore that plays into a whole bunch of other shit that I probably thought was going on that kind of confirmed. I know he over there ragtagging that girl. I just know. Then he keep on talking about some fuck Virgil. Mind you, when Virgil died, he literally had a freaking conniption. Okay, he was in his feelings. And you said all of this shit about Virgil. Wow, like this is the second or third time I just seen him say that shit, right? And then you want to bring up your mama and all this stuff. And at this point, I seen before it came to the stuff about the kids, you know, he was talking about how, you know, he misses mom and all that stuff. Okay, fine. And then people up in the comments on the blogs, you know, yeah, grief is this and all this shit. And I said, fuck that. Because at this point in time, y'all let that motherfucker get away with too goddamn much. And you blame it on some of y'all, not all of y'all. You blame it on, he just grieving because his mama died. His mama died like almost 20 years ago. And yes, I understand grief come and goes, okay? But that motherfucker ain't mentally there. And just because you not mentally there and you grieving or whatever, that does not mean that you have to be a horrible person. And that gives you a pass. Fuck that goddamn excuse, okay? Because I'm pretty sure his mama would. If his mama still would have been here, he still probably would have been mentally unstable to a certain extent. And if he was up here saying the shit that he's saying now, she would be totally disappointed. Your mama is rolling over in her goddamn grave because this is not, I'm pretty sure she's sitting there and she just looking down like, this is not the child that I raised. This is not the child that I raised. Why are you acting like this? Okay, like I don't see it for Kanye no more, and it's a shame that it took for him to talk about the Carters and their kids, but mostly their kids, for people to wake up and be like, ain't no coming back from this. And I don't even believe that, because truth be told, you should have been canceled that motherfucker when he said slavery was a choice. Y'all made up so much goddamn excuses for that. You should have been said fuck him and stop talking to him and supporting him then. And then you say the stuff now, and he released some album or some shit or whatever, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to do well. Y'all not going to cancel him. Y'all not going to cancel him. Y'all still going to be like, fuck y'all. I mean, that's fucked up what he said, but at the same time, that's my nigga. You know, he put out good shit. He's a genius. That's what you going to do, because you do it all the time. So I just want people to be fucking real with each other and real with yourself. But for me, he's over, he's done with, and he's been done with. Cause that Nazi shit, that shit, and then you wanted to put the swastika on your goddamn album. Like you supporting somebody that's openly being hateful. I don't let it go. Moving on. Speaking of let it go, Monique. Monique, ma'am, I'm going to need you to let that shit go. And I hate that I even have to say let it go because, yeah, you can feel how you feel and you should be able to feel the way that you want to feel, especially when you feel like you have been wrong. And we understand where you have come from and we understand the situation. And yes, we do feel like, Tyler did you a little wrong just like Lee did you wrong and all that shit, Oprah and all that stuff, whatever. But at the end of the day, you had a stronger relationship with Lee Daniels, so that's probably 9 out of 10 why it was better and easier for you, even though it probably took a minute for you to actually get Lee Daniels to come over to your side and be like, you know what, I see where you're coming from. I see that I hurt my sis and I apologize and now we can work together again. That's all Monique wants from Oprah and Tyler Perry. And at this point in time, Monique, I would have wanted it for you at one point. I did. But now I absolutely don't care. Okay. And I'm going to say it because it is what it is. The way you keep going about shit, especially when it comes to them too, it's not going to move them. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, you not big enough to put a dent into their goddamn rep and into what they do to have the people turn on them. So you keep coming out with this grievances or whatever. It's not doing anything but backfiring and making you look bitter, making you look miserable, making you look like a hater. And I hate that for you because your complaint and your situation is legitimate. But at the same time, it's the way that you started off trying to go about it and continue to go about it. It's not going to get you anywhere, okay? It's not going to get you anywhere. You are beating a dead horse. And no, I'm not taking up for Tyler. I'm not taking up for Oprah. But at the end of the day, there possibly could have been an opening where they could have said, you know what, or possibly was thinking about, having a little sit down conversation with Monique. And then she'll go and say some stupid shit, cussing him out, saying some bogus shit on her little stand up, and it gets going around and all this stuff. Girl, I wouldn't want to sit down with your ass either. Because what they gonna do? I can't even trust if you're going to be like, if I say I'm sorry, you're going to keep it there or you're going to keep on talking about it still. Because Monique, that type of person that's just going to keep on talking about it, keep on talking about it, keep on bringing it up, whether or not she get the apology or not. Okay? And see, the problem of this situation is, and again, like I said, you have every right to feel how you feel. But again, it's how you go about it. You literally used a moment that was for Angie Stone because at one of her funerals, Tyler Perry was giving a little speech. He called out the music industry and how they was playing with the royalties and all that shit or whatever, which should have. And then, she comes through and was like, oh, you could talk about this or whatever, but then look what you did to me. Did a whole fucking goddamn thesis paper and had outline and bullet points and all this. Well, you did this and broke it down. I said, oh my goodness. And then signed it from her and Sydney and gonna say, so we wait her respond. Baby, you keep on putting out them same goddamn clips about him admitting some of the shit that he did or whatever, and it still hasn't changed anything. And it's still not gonna change anything, and it's still not gonna move anything. It's tired, baby. It's tired. At one point, we have to not keep letting shit hurt us in the sake of trying to get shit from another person that you claim hurt you. Because while we over here hurting and letting that shit fester and we get angry and more miserable with our lives, they over there prospering. They over there living carefree. I mean, at the end of the day, they probably gonna get theirs, but they doing better than you right now. They not thinking about you, baby. They not thinking about you. Okay? And I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that. Because we the people tired. We on your side, but we the people tired, bitch. No shade. And I just didn't like the fact that you took that was about Angie Stone. Angie Stone just passed away. Okay? If you don't like Tyler Perry that much, block that motherfucker. Okay? Block him. For real, for real. Moving on from that. Young M.A. and her ex-girlfriend from 2 years ago. Let me tell you something. Unless that girl had did something, did the ex-girlfriend actually put out some shit, did like a story time or whatever? Because all I saw was her put out an old video of Young M.A. probably a couple of years ago or so. And this is when she was sick. Like, we knew she was sick. We didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew, or most of us could figure out that 9/10 probably had to do with like some alcohol stuff, because her liver 9/10 was bad. And her eyes was yellow, which is jaundice, right? And then the girl put the video up, and she in the hospital, and she clearly was, the yellow eyes and all of that stuff. It wasn't the young inmate that we were used to seeing. But remember when that video came out, when she was getting that haircut and how her hair was looking, and she was also had the jaundice in her eyes and all that? We knew then that something was going on. And that's when she was talking about, she had some health issues and all that stuff. So I seen this on Gossip in the City before it got onto all the other blogs, where the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, she come out talking about some, the caption was basically, she was with young inmate, being like her caretaker and all this stuff. And when she got sick, I was there for her. But then, she got up in her feelings. Basically said the bitch was jealous of her when she started getting put on and all this stuff. First of fucking all, I hate when y'all be saying shit like that, especially when you share it to the world. And a lot of us, 9 out of 10, 85% of us don't even know who the fuck you are. For you to be saying when you get put on where? Get put on where? Baby, we forgot. I ain't even gonna lie. I forgot about young M.A. No shade. Ooh, I forgot. Okay, I just wanted her to get healthy, But at the same time, we don't. Girl, what? And then I heard that she was a straight girl. See, this is why I understand these studs. Why do lesbians like to go after the straight girls and try to wife them up? Like, let me tell you, it's a difference. Me personally, and I could be wrong about her. She could be les or she could be a straightie. I don't know. Me personally, will I ever be in a relationship with a straight woman? Absolutely the fuck not. Okay? Hell no. Because once you get what you need, and then you come to that realization that, oh, I really don't like women like that, you're going to go back to a nigga. And then I'm going to be over here in my feelings like, damn, I really had real ass feelings for this lady. And she played me and went back to some dick, some real dick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, no, I ain't finna do that. Because, women, we real sensitive. We emotional, whatever. We fall for each other real quick. Okay, that shit happens thick. That, and sometimes you can't let go, and it's a little scary. All right, it's a wild ride. It's fun, but it's a wild ride. Okay, but when I fuck around with a straight, baby, I barely fuck around with bisexuals, and that's. I'm not biphobic. I'm not biphobic or nothing like that. I said I rarely. That don't say that I don't, because a lot of them in the back gap I used to. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I will fuck a straight bitch. No shade. Let me take that back. I will have relations with a straight bitch. That's not even what I was trying to say. I will have sexual relations with a straight woman. That's what I was trying to clear it up. Okay? I ain't want to call y'all no bitches and nothing like that. Damn, Ashley, why you gotta call? My mouth. It's just what it is, okay? No offense. Sorry. But we could be cool. But that getting relations and all that shit, absolutely the freak not. And it's literally some lesbians out here that literally will not date lesbians, will not date a bisexual woman, and will not date a lesbian woman. They go strictly after straight women, and I just do not understand that. Because it was such a big topic on TikTok a few weeks ago, and it was like some stuff said dating a lesbian is like too gay for her. Like, bitch, what? That's some fucking dumb shit, bitch. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But at the same time, Miss Girlie, I don't understand why I know you want to put your truth out there and to say that the bitch probably did some shit and she a light-skinned stud with locks. So, Miss Girlie, you probably ain't lying. I trust what you say, okay? Because I'm here to say we ain't shit. We play right up into that stereotype, bitch. We ain't shit, and it is what it is. We just gotta own that, okay? I own it. We own it. It is. We're a little toxic, and some a little bit toxic than most, especially the ones that's all tatted up too. Oh, bitch, and I mean I got a little bit of tattoos, and I'm about to go get another one. But girl, listen, not like that. Not body marked up like the subway, okay? Absolutely not. That's toxicity. You should have known. Ooh, you should have known. So like, what you thought? What you thought? I mean, I'm not trying to blame you, but yeah, but I just don't understand why you putting this out now when y'all not together, and this happens a couple of years ago. Did something happen to provoke this? I'm so confused because I want to be on your side and be like, yeah, call the bitch out. But what did she do? For real, for real. What? Did something happen? Girl, I feel like pieces of the story is missing. Okay? I feel like you just wanted a little bit of attention. And you want attention off of young MA? Girl, get the hell up out of here. Moving on from that, Jonathan goddamn Majors. Okay? I'm finna be real, and some of y'all gonna probably disagree. And that's fine with me. Now, when all this stuff happened with Jonathan Majors and this whole, abuse allegation against his ex-girlfriend, the case, the trial, all of that stuff, I literally said, that's fucked up. That man did what he's being accused of. Okay, and of course you got people that said, no, he didn't, and how can this, especially when the cameras came out or whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. When that video came out, okay, fine, I'll give you that. But what people kept on missing is the fact that when all of this was happening, it was a lot of people from his past when he was in school and everything that was coming out and attesting to the negative of his character. And he wasn't a good person. Okay? So y'all bypassed that. Okay, fine. And then even I said, you know what? Fuck it. He'll be all right. Okay? He is a great actor. He's a great actor. And at the end of the day, yeah, you want to go on there and say everybody make mistakes or whatever. Okay, fine. Y'all go on the whole thing of you want to bring a whole black man down because that's what they saying now. Y'all just trying to find anything on this man. What is it about this man? Y'all trying to bring him down and all this stuff. Well, had he not gotten into it with his woman at the time, this wouldn't have happened. And had he probably kept both their asses would have kept their hands to themselves, this wouldn't happen. So what did you expect? And plus you're black, okay? They gonna hype that shit up regardless because you're black, okay? But at the same time, it's like you can't. I can't defend the shit that I'm seeing and hearing, and especially when it comes out your own fucking mouth. Now he do have a movie that's about to come out, and he was winning people back over. Okay, you got him with Megan Good. Still don't buy the relationship. Still don't buy the relationship. It's a PR fucking relationship. It's a PR fucking marriage because now it came out saying that they are married. Okay, mind you, this news comes out the day after the audio of him admitting to strangling his then girlfriend. I aggressed you. Somebody said he speaks exactly how he dresses. But yeah, you admit that you strangled the girl. You admit that you put your hands and you physically abused that woman. And you have all these people out here saying, oh, he didn't do nothing. Oh, she provoked him and all this stuff. I hate when y'all say motherfuckers provoke. I don't give a fuck if you provoke. Keep your goddamn hands to yourself. And if you feel like you need to fucking do something, punch a fucking wall or walk the fuck out. But don't put your hands, and that's man or woman. I'm not here for that shit. And I'm not giving no goddamn excuses and no fucking passes for that. That motherfucker came out his mouth and said that he strangled that girl. And y'all like, I don't understand. Who did he fuck around with and who did he piss off that they keep on doing this to him? They keep on doing this to him. This is all the shit that was part of the whole fucking case. Y'all decided to not go do your research about it, to not see and listen and hear and take in. You decide to skip over it, okay? Because it's in your mind, oh, it's another black man that they trying to bring down. That's what it was. And so because of that, it's like, let's excuse his transgressions. Then he comes out with this whole shit about them and Megan being married already. And then you go on Sherri Shepherd and you're crying with Sherri talking about the wedding. And Sherri, you a fake bitch too. And I hate to say it like that. That came off real aggressive. I'm on the road, girl. I'm on the road. Because you know what? It just made me think about how Sherri, you got up there on your goddamn, and I ain't even speak about this. You got up there on your damn platform talking about The girls need to stop coming on these red carpets with their ass out, their titties out, and all that shit or whatever, to these award shows or whatever. You know, you got the kids watching, you being role models and, you know, talking that yang, 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 yang. First of fucking all, the ones they had their asses out, and this was doing like the Oscars or whatever, their asses and their titties out with their nipples covered. This was at a fucking party. Why are the kids up looking at the party shit? Okay? Why the parents ain't parental guidance? Okay? These celebrities are not your role model. All right? And I hate that old judgment shit. We are not back in the day. Okay? Everybody ain't got to be covered up or whatever. Do I believe that, you know, some people can leave some things to be desired? Yes. But am I going to be up in my feelings because somebody got their nipple patch on or somebody got their ass out or whatever? I see a little crack. I see a little cleave. No, I'm going to say, you know, but I ain't going to feel no type of way about it. Bitch, for you to get up there to say some shit like that, you reprimanding these people, these women, but yet you gonna proudly get up on this goddamn stage and have this man up here and you didn't talk about the goddamn audio that literally came out the day before saying that this man admitted to strangling that woman. But you gonna cry on the stage with him about his fucking marriage that just happened and it felt like a shotgun fucking marriage, which is meaning to, in this case, because ain't no baby, it's a PR relationship and it's a PR marriage. Bitch, let me tell you something about Jonathan Majors, like I be trying with him lately. Listen, something about him just does not sit well with me at this point. You know, and I wanted to give him a chance, y'all, because I said just wait, you know, and I actually said I'll watch the magazine Dreams. I wouldn't go to the movie to see it. I'll wait till it come out on streaming and I'll watch it, review it for y'all. It looked like it was going to be good. I'm still going to, you know, it is what it is. But I ain't going to sit here and lie. I'm still watch it, you know. But at the same time, I can call the shit how it is. But something about him, is he a Gemini? Mind you, Kanye West said all that shit about Kendrick, but when Kendrick won them Grammys, why did he post him on the... he was hyping him up. I said, so now you hate her, like, they're going to put Geminis, because they both Geminis. I said, ooh, two sides of the opposite coins, bitch. But anyway, yeah, so you something about Jonathan just... It's very unsettling, especially looking at that interview. And some people could be like, oh, you just hating on the fact that he in love. What's wrong with that? He can't find love and all that stuff. He can't express his emotion and just be so happy. And it's like when black men try to put their emotions out there and they actually do show emotion or whatever, now they get shitted on. No, baby, that's not it. Because I love it when I see a black man cry. Especially when they be with their kids. Bitch, that shit be getting me. I be sitting on TikTok like, beautiful. But this motherfucker, something about Jonathan, y'all, it creeps. It's a little creepy. Okay, the way he starts, it's very performative. That's what it is. It makes me uncomfortable. That whole clip, it made me uncomfortable. And I feel the sincerity that some other people were feeling. And it's not because I already had preconceived notions. It just felt like if I didn't even know anything about him and I saw this, I still would have felt like, is he up here doing a scene as a play or something? It gives I'm in actor mode because he is an actor. That's what it's giving. So I don't know. I know it's going to be mixed reactions to what I said. Some of y'all going to be like, get a man a fucking chance or whatever. But baby, I can't go past somebody admitting that they strangled a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But hey, congratulations on the marriage. So goddamn shotgun and small and all that stuff. You do what you got to do. Okay? And speaking of other marriages, Tiana Taylor, let me tell you something, Mama. You ain't got to come out and explain shit to nobody. Because at the end of the day, the public saw what was going on. Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, their divorce has been final for a while now. And all of a sudden, like last week or whatever, it popped up about how she got like $10 million worth of property out of him and some cars and, you know, some other shits or whatever. And then her mama had to come out and say, I don't understand how this information is getting out because it's sealed, but it's not, you know, they equally got shit. Okay. It's not just her getting a whole bunch of stuff. They equally got stuff. Right. And so at this point, Tiana wanted basically him to shut the fuck up because he's the one that's been leaking this stuff. And then they had put it out there trying to say that she trying to get him to go to jail, get put in jail. She was like, that's not the case. I don't want him to get put in jail at all. Okay, because now the narrative is going to be, oh, you trying to put this black man in jail for what? And she said, no, bitch, I'm not trying to put him in jail. Okay, I just want him to fucking stop talking. Like, stop leaking shit. These are sealed documents and you are putting sealed information out there. Because she's not doing it. When they got divorced, or when it came out that they was getting divorced, nobody really knew that they were getting a divorce until the documents got leaked, and then he put it out there because he signed the divorce with their names and all that stuff. It was some crazy shit that he did. It was on him. And then that's when she started taking the gloves off. At that point, like, bitch, unless I say it, don't believe nothing. And then, Iman, if you want to keep on doing this, you doing all of this shit because you jealous. You've been jealous of me in this relationship. And I don't like it when people say that about their spouses. But at this point in time, you're looking at the stuff that's transpiring. And yes, he was. And he is. Because why are you doing this to this woman? Let her go. Let her do what she got to do. Move on. Move on. Y'all have two beautiful kids, two beautiful daughters that's going to be looking at this. Okay? And I do want them to get to a place where they can coexist and they can co-parent in a peaceful way. Because even though Iman gets on my goddamn nerves at this point, because I just did not expect this type of behavior from him. But then again, I should have, because Chicago adjacent... That's what he's literally Chicago adjacent. Maywood. He from Maywood, right? Yeah. That's a show. Anyway. Oh shit, let me stop playing. But yeah, I still like him for some reason. I do, but I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Okay, I really am. And this is another example of why people should not be like, oh, these couples are couple goals and these celebrities relationship goals and all this stuff. Behind closed doors, motherfuckers getting they Maybachs, they Maybachs and shit crashed or whatever, and motherfuckers not paying bills and they getting abused and all this stuff. You just never know. You just never know. Okay, just be you. All right, Iman, cut it out. Go your own way. Be there for your kids. Don't do that to your baby mama. To your ex-wife, I should say, the mother of your children. Tiana, don't do shit to him. Okay, go play around with Aaron Pierre and whatever other bitch you got. Y'all could go do that. And she always, and see, that's the shit. She always covered up for his shit through the marriage. When them rumors was coming out about him cheating and all this other stuff, she would come out and say that shit ain't true. Oh, we was doing this and we was doing that. That shit ain't true and all that stuff. And now you want to do her like this? Like, she was protecting him through and through. And then you throw her under the bus like this. Like, girl, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why y'all like, for somebody to say, oh, you just hate me, and no, I don't. Y'all already know I don't. No, because I'm about to say, y'all niggas just been acting up lately. That's just all I'm going to say. The niggas has been putting my girls through it, okay? That's just what it is. My girls and my girls, okay? I need y'all to get y'all act together, all right? Summertime is coming. I need to see y'all coupled up. I need to see y'all booed up. I need to be walking past and be like, damn, y'all cute as fuck. You know, I need to see that. I need to see more black love. You know what I'm saying? I need to see everybody together. Okay, get y'all shit together, please. Ugh, my God. Just hilarious on the goddamn Breakfast Club and Lauren LaRosa. I ain't got too much to say about this, even though I'm probably going to say a little bit. Here's the thing. I don't see it for Just Hilarious. Never saw it for her. You're not going to get me up here to be on her side for anything, because at the end of the day, yes, you went on maternity leave. You are old maternity leave, but when you came back, you saw another bitch up in your goddamn seat. Okay. Shit like that happens, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that, women gotta, be worried about their jobs or whatever when they go on maternity leaves and all that stuff or whatever, and that's just so fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I truly don't feel like that had anything that much to do with what was going on with this whole situation. Now you're getting online and you're putting out your grievances about the Breakfast Club, and you're putting out your grievances about, you know, the thoughts of Lauren and all this stuff, because now you're finding out that they saying that you're supposed to be a fourth person on the Breakfast Club. Bitch, I have not watched the Breakfast Club, listened to anything on the Breakfast Club in over a year. Okay, over a year. You know, and I'm good on them. I'm good on them. I ain't even watched them when because as soon as they said that Just Hilarious was gonna be the new host, fuck out of here, bitch. Fuck out of here. Charlamagne is problematic enough already, right? He's really good friends with that Andrew Schultz racist ass, okay? And the fact that you can still be friends with him and prompt him up, and the matter of fact, it was because of you that a lot of us know of him, and to the point that he got his own special on fucking Netflix. He's getting interviewed on Club Shay Shay. Like, ew, disgusting. So no. And then you flip-flop all that shit. I don't fuck with Charlamagne like that either, okay? Click it off. DJ Envy, bitch, you are so pro Back the Blue, and what did they do to cause this for the you that type of motherfucker, okay? You can't even, when the wife came out and said for 10 years that man didn't even make her come. Girl, I knew what it was then. I knew what it is then. You couldn't even please your wife, but you could cheat on her with Erica Mena. Oh, okay. Moving on from that, and I don't understand what you offered. Even when I used to look at the Breakfast Club heavy, you offered absolutely nothing. You did it, okay? You offered nothing, you know? And the only reason why at a certain point that I actually did look at the Breakfast Club is because of Angela Yee. And once Angela Yee left, and she had her little times where I was like, girl, what? But, you know, she still was the reason why I looked, because she was the only one who actually did the research, who actually read the books. If an author was coming on, who actually listened to the music, if the person was coming on to promote their music. Yeah, she was the only one that was doing that. And then y'all go get Just Hilarious for this. Girl, fuck that. Okay, and then I've been seeing people talk about something where people start hating Just Hilarious all of a sudden. It ain't no all of a sudden. And for some people, it's not hating, because some of us don't have hate in our hearts like that, especially over somebody that we don't know personally. We dislike them. I dislike the fuck out of her, okay? Because at the end of the day, she's transphobic, she's xenophobic, she's homophobic, she's all of that shit. And you'll try to educate her, because, you know, some of y'all be like, just educate us then. And we'll try. And she still want to play ignorant and double down on that shit. I will never forget what she did to them chic people that was on that plane. I will never forget the way that she goes in on, you know, T.S. Madison, you know what I'm saying, on trans people and all that stuff. She's very homophobic and everything. And so therefore you want me to feel sorry about you possibly could be losing your job and being, girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And you could say, well, you should take, no, I shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, the people have spoken honestly. Yeah, you could be going through some stuff and you could feel like they was gaslighting you up there. They probably were, because listen, you on the Breakfast Club. They some bullshit ass niggas, okay? That's why Angela Yee left, you know? But at the same time, you are not good. From the couple of times that I've seen her do her shit, she's not good at what she do. She's not good at the position. All right. Lauren, she actually has experience. Okay. Real experience. And the people actually like her for the most part. So get mad at the fact that the people are putting this out here. And yeah, Corey Holcomb, he don't like Jessica, and I don't like him because he's just, I don't know where the switch up happened with him. I never understood where and why he became such a negative person about black women and, you know, just black people in general. The things that he be saying is just be like very off-putting, very like, oh my God, and ignorant. But for some reason, him and her never really got along. But for the one time when he was speaking on her about her being up there at the Breakfast Club, I actually agree with him. I shocked the fuck out of me. I actually agree with the shit that he was saying. And so, you know, she got in her feelings about it. And I feel like you went about this shit the wrong way. She aired her grievances out on live Instagram live, you airing out the whole thing, and my thing is like any other job, bitch, you do some shit like that, you would have been automatically fired. But then y'all get on to the Breakfast Club and y'all discuss the shit on air. And yes, I don't look at the Breakfast Club to be professional, because this was the most unprofessional shit I've seen. And they've done this plenty of times, but this is just so fucking unprofessional. Okay, now you got the people having to choose and all this stuff. And girl, this is stuff that should have been handled behind the scenes, and it never should have got out to the fucking public. Okay, never should have got out to the public like this. But then again, look who the fuck we're dealing with. At the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. Moving right along. I don't see it for the girl. Never saw it for the girl. She's not funny, and it is what it is. Tony and Tamar. What? Bitch, I ain't had to talk about that lady in a minute. And that girl, first of all, last week it came out a video. I got tagged in the video. T.S. Madison and Craig the writer, they had a little show, right? And they were in New York, I believe. And so they was doing a live show, and Tamar took the mic, or the mic was given to Tamar, whatever. I don't know. She was up there talking to Craig, and why you saying this about me or whatever, and saying my sisters need to tell me this and do this or woo woo woo, but when I do that or whatever. I don't know exactly what she was saying, but from what it was, she just had concerns about the things that he was saying to her or about her from what she probably heard. And that's legitimate, okay? You want to know why you talking about me, why you say what you say, or what your opinion is, and why you feel that way. I didn't have no problem with her asking that, okay? Truth be told, I ain't had no problem with that, honestly, shockingly. But the issue came from when she started calling him girl. And he said, hold on, don't call me girl. And she was like, okay, bitch, well, girl, you stand up there with your titties out and all that stuff. That's where I full stop. And it irked me when you have people who are either not in the community or who are in the community and saying, I don't see the problem with this. You're overreacting. There is nothing wrong with what she said. T.S. Madison just called him girl, so how come she can't call him girl? And if you in a community, if you are a gay man, you a lesbian, you whatever, and you don't understand the reason why this is an issue, that's fucking crazy on your part. Because at the end of the day, just because somebody that actually knows him on a fucking personal friendship level is allowed to call him girl because he gave her that permission, that does not mean any random person that's not truly friends with him and in that circle can call another person girl. Okay? That man said, don't call me girl. I thought we were supposed to be respecting people, right? So if somebody said, don't call me girl, don't call me girl. It's the same way how, we got into that whole debate about, women not wanting to be biologically born women, not wanting to be called cis women. Okay? I'm not no cis this, I'm not no cis this, I'm a woman. Okay, so you don't want to be called cis, so we take that off, and you just a woman. So how come when he say don't call me girl, you keep going and y'all acting like, oh, well, he should just take it? No. Just because you are around a whole bunch of gay people, and that's probably what you allowed to get away with because you paying them gay people, and they expect something out of you because that's the only reason why they still around you. That don't mean that you can get away with that with somebody else that's another gay person that's not in your circle, okay? Like, come on, respect people. And that's all that it is. That didn't even have to blow up the way that it did. It was a learning lesson. I'm not even, pissed off at her or whatever because fuck it, she gonna do what she gonna do. But just know, just respect people, okay? That's all that it is. Now, the Tony and Tamar situation, Tony tried to wish that lady happy birthday, and she said I would have been able to, but I found out I was blocked on Instagram, okay? And that made it to the blogs or whatever. And then Tamar was like, well, you could have called #gaslighting. And, it's one of those situations where people gonna be on Tony's side, people gonna be on Tamar's side. And I'm on Tony's side only because this is a pattern, okay? When I tell you the bitch will block a motherfucker in a minute and then try to act like, she didn't do nothing and she the whatever was wrong, 9 out of 10, she did something. 9 out of 10, she did something. And Tony told her about herself. And she ain't want to hear it because that's exactly what Craig said. You don't want to hear criticism. Okay? Criticism. You don't want to hear the constructive criticism. Nobody in your circle will give you that fucking real, and you don't want to hear it. And 9 out of 10, Tony said something to her that, got her tight, and she blocked her. Trust and believe, I've been there. Okay, so it is what it is. I know what it is, and they fine. Probably just doing this shit for the show, because they filming season 2. Girl, why? Why are we doing season 2? The Braxtons need to be laid to rest, and I'm talking about that show. Unless they just get Tawanda. Well, y'all don't like Tawanda, but I would like a wedding special because they doing all the wedding things right now. They're about to get married, so 9 and 10 is probably gonna happen on the show. But yeah, other than that, like what? That like it's not even that deep. It's not even. It's actually quite comical. They do it all the time. But hey, it is what it is. They cool. Excuse me. You know who not cool? They say Yolanda Saldivar. They say that she's supposed to be getting out of jail at the end of the month. She's supposed to be getting out of jail at the end of the month. And for the people that don't know, which I don't understand where you been at, Salinas Aki. Let me tell you something. That's the killer. She killed my girl. Okay? For fucking what? Because she called her out on her taking money. You embezzling ass bitch. Okay? Listen, this is not really what's pissing me off. What's pissing us off now is the fact that some of her family members coming out talking about some, allegedly this is from some family members, saying that, part of the reason why Selena ain't here is because of Selena. Now, had Selena had handled that situation a little bit differently, she'd still be here because she was coming at Yolanda aggressively. Oh, what? Bitch. Why would you say some ignorant ass shit? I hate a victim blaming ass bitch now. Oh, put their names out there so we can fan them, bitch. Because why would you say that? Because at the end of the day, that hoe came to that goddamn hotel room with a goddamn gun. If we finna just fucking talk, bitch, why you need a gun in your purse? Exactly. Who was aggressive? She was aggressive for having a gun in the purse, okay? How dare you? How dare you want your T-tie to get jumped the fuck up? Okay, my sis gave me some money. When that shit getting, cause bitch, I need to put that shit up in my goddamn bank. Came at the right goddamn time. But yeah, Yolanda Saldivar, baby, you better be laying so fucking low, girl. We better not hear a peep from your ass. The people better be searching high and low to find your ass, okay? I just want you to understand that. Anyway, Universal Music Group said, listen, let me tell you something, Drake. You want to file this motion to try to go to a pre-action lawsuit or whatever because you think that we was inflating and promoting not like us and, promoting somebody that was saying that you was PDF filing out here, whatever. Because it could harm you and your reputation and all that stuff because you lost the goddamn battle. That's why you doing this. And they said, you know what? I see you and I'm finna file a motion to dismiss this bullshit. Okay? Because at the same time, while you was called that because you said that man beat his wife and that his baby ain't even his baby. That they freed the baby daddy and all this shit. It was like a tit for tat, bitch. And so now because he called you a PDF, you getting up in your feelings or whatever when you said that he was a woman abuser, like whatever you what. So Kendrick ain't sue you for that. And I was just sitting here like, that's so goddamn funny. It was like, you know what? A lot of people feel that way because you were seen with Millie Bobby Brown, who was and is at the time a minor talking to a grown ass man. Bitch, when I seen that shit, I fell the fuck out because yes. And there's so many other instances of him doing some questionable shit with younger people. Not saying that it went, but it's questionable. And the evidence is out there, okay? The shit is not just coming out of thin air or whatever. But at the end of the day, I need Drake to just chill out. I think he was trying to get some stuff, looking into Kendrick stuff or whatever. Boy, you just digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper with your shit. Okay? If he gets new fans, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Forever 21 gone, y'all. They're about to shut it down. They're about to shut it down. They said, listen, this is the second time we got to file for bankruptcy protection. And at this point, we just ain't got it no more, y'all. We're going to have to shut it down. Honestly, I ain't never thought that we was going to see Forever 21 get shut down. I never been to a Forever 21. What the fuck do I look like going to a Forever 21? Somebody was like, damn, Forever 21 going to be gone before Rainbow? Mind you, the Rainbow, I bet you if I go back over my old neighborhood, that Rainbow still gonna be at 47th and Ashley. Girl, crazy. But or 49, yeah, 47th and Ashley. It's probably still gonna be up there. Hey, it is what it is. You know, you got to compete with all this fashion stuff that's happening. You got Shein, you got Temu. Okay, wait a minute. Is it Temu or is it Temu? Okay. Girl, when you find out the actual pronunciation of these words, you be like, bitch, what? That is not how you say that. Mind you, they the one that came up with it and we telling them how to pronounce it. It's Temu and it's Shein. Okay, that's just what we gonna call it. All right. And that fast fashion shit, everybody getting off, and listen, throw Amazon up in there too, because I done brought some things off of Amazon. And I was like, yeah, listen, Jeff Bezos is a devil. He's a devil. I just have to say that because what does that say about me? Knowing all the stuff that he's done and who he supports and who he backs. And I still be on Amazon.com because the shit is cheap and the shit comes quick. I'm so ashamed. Because I be talking about shit about, oh, y'all not gonna cancel this, y'all not gonna cancel that, y'all not gonna cancel this, and bitch, here I am. But you know what I haven't done? I haven't been to Target. I haven't been to Target, bitch. But I've been on Amazon. Not recently, but I've been on Amazon. Don't stone me. Don't stone me. Oh. Who was that? Oh, girl. I thought that was mind you, Rock Nation favorited one of my tweets. I got some shit coming up. I can't wait and see how it play out. If it play out well, bitch, I'm gonna tell y'all. I might tell y'all depending on what happened. But yeah, we'll wait. But anyway, that's what's going on. Dawn Robinson, she was out there in her goddamn chair, in her car. But how many minutes has been? Oh, okay, that's cool. I know I've been on here for an hour. Dawn Robinson put out a video last week talking about how she been in her car, living in her car for the last 3 years or whatever. Because her money funny a little bit, and she looked on some videos and she was like, oh my God, the car life and the van life, I see people doing this and it just seemed pretty cool. And it kind of resonated with her because she was trying to get these hotels. She left her mama house because she couldn't deal with the moms, because moms had some issues, and she was like, girl, please, okay, I ain't got time to deal with you. Her manager at the time was just fucking digging her around with trying to help her find places and all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, if you wanted the place, get the place that's comfortable enough for you in your pay range. And then she said, fuck that shit. I just want to stay up in the car. Now, I don't know what type of car she got that she been staying in for the past 3 years, but it's people that, you know, and I understand that people get concerned because they're like, oh my God, Dawn Robinson from En Vogue. Mind you, we just saw En Vogue reunite recently. And they sound good still. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I can't believe that she was in this group and, you know, they had these hits or whatever, and she's out here living in her car and all of this stuff. First of all, we do know that Dawn, I don't know if y'all do know, she does have some mental illnesses, as you know, alleged, I'm pretty sure. But at the same time, Dawn is out there in that car as a choice. She made the choice to do it because she liked the car life, the van life, it suits her. Whether we believe if that's really the church, the what it is, and that's what she's trying to convince herself. But people trying to say why people won't help her go back to En Vogue. She literally came out and said she would never go back to En Vogue. She got kicked out. Okay, she got kicked out, and she said she would never go back to En Vogue. They had issues. They had issues. If you look back when she was on R&B Divas, you understand why. Okay. A lot of the stuff that happened to Don Robinson happened because of her and her ego and all of that. Because not only did she get kicked out of En Vogue, she also got kicked out of Lucy Pearl. Wanna dance tonight, money tonight, spend my money, yeah. Dance tonight. Man, that is the jam, bitch. I don't give a fuck. If you have never heard Dance Tonight by Lucy Pearl, baby, you are missing out. That is my shit. But anyway, yeah, girl, she got kicked out of that shit too. Okay, she is the problem at this point. But she did come from a period where groups was getting fucked over with their money. I mean, you see what happened with Angie Stone. Angie Stone, literally before she passed away, was talking about how they was not giving her royalties. Okay? But we also got to understand that sometimes these people be bringing a lot of shit on themselves. And she a stubborn motherfucker. She said, bitch, I will never go back to En Vogue. And I should have went back the first time. I said, damn. Okay? And, I don't think that was a cry for help when she put that video out there. I think she was just trying to talk to her people. That's just what it was. But, you guys tell me how it is. How you feel about it. Brittany, okay. Shirois Jackson. For some people that don't know what that name comes from and who that is. He played Dro off of Insecure. Okay? Who was fucking around with Molly. The married man that was fucking with Molly. Yeah. Excuse me. Or, if you don't know, also, that's Keke Palmer's baby daddy's brother, okay? The one that her mother said, don't nobody fuck with you up in Hollywood. You abusive, you this and you that. Your name sullied up in Hollywood. And come to find out, Keke Palmer mama wasn't lying. I was scrolling on TikTok before this actually came onto the blogs. I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across Brittany Bell, okay? I stopped and watched the video because I looked at the comments and I was like, oh, because the people was already putting the name of it, who it was, in the comments. And it said Shirois Jackson. I said, bitch, let me look at this video. It was one of those, put a finger down if this happens. And basically was saying how this man was with her from 2020 and on up, whatever, staying in her home. Because he was dipping and dodging people trying to contact him for legal stuff, for bills and all this stuff. He barely had money. He couldn't get a job up in Hollywood because Hollywood don't fuck with him. They broke up. He was basically gaslighting, manipulating, controlling, abusive. That's basically all that it was. And all while she was taking care of him because he ain't had shit. And then had a baby on her. And then lied about it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the peoples was like, I don't understand how come you got back with him or whatever when you heard what happened with his other baby mama. Mind you, the baby mama that we're talking about at this point is Dominique Perry. Okay? Dominique Perry, she also played in Insecure. She played Tasha the Bank bitch that Lawrence wound up fucking around with after him and Issa broke up the first time, right? Yes, okay? They wound up fucking around getting a baby. And then she tweeted, quote tweeted the video that somebody else posted because I wanted to post it on my Instagram. Not my Instagram, but Twitter. But I said, no, let me stop because I don't want to be starting no mess. I'm going to let somebody else post it. And somebody else that I do follow posted it. And then Dominique Perry, because it kind of went viral, she quote tweeted and said, you know what, I'm here for you because... And thank you for doing being around with my daughter, helping out with my daughter or whatever, because, at one point basically saying that he used to talk shit about the child, about the mental state of the child, because the child is autistic, I believe, and then called the baby the R word. And I said, oh, wow. Oh, wow, you're a disgusting motherfucker. And I do believe it. And then somebody else came out and said the same thing, that he is abusive, allegedly. But yeah, Dominique has said the same thing about him as well, and that he's a deadbeat. And so he comes out and try to say that the shit is false and people trying to get clout, all that same shit, right? And I'm like, I can see if it was one person, yeah, maybe this the first time that we ever heard that you put your hands on bitches, on women, I should say. Let me not call them bitches, on women. But it's not the first time. It's not the second time. And baby, we're up to 3. We up to 3 people that don't know each other, never seen each other, saying the same thing. What they got to gain from you? Because you obviously ain't got nothing. Girl, I said, this is crazy. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. And I'm like, you not that good of an actor. And you not that big of an actor to be doing the shit that you doing. Okay? Like, come on. Come the freak on. That's probably why Lauren London didn't want to come back to games people play. Not only because her husband passed away, but because, yeah. Moving on from that, y'all, I'm checking for Will Smith and his new music. He has a new album that's about to come out, and it's called Based on a True Story. And he also has a tour. You know what? It's like in 2025, I can't see myself bumping a Will Smith album. Hey, you want to put that Will Smith on? Listen, no. If that's the case, baby, I have to go back to Get Jiggy with it, okay? And we hit for the Wild Wild West. All right. just the two of us. I can't. Not in 2025. Not in 2025. Even LL Cool J. I'll give it a listen though, for sure. But like, he gonna have to come out something strong, like when LL Cool J came back and he did the "I'm gonna get headstrong." They gonna be big LL. Bitch, that was my motherfucking. I don't give a shit. Ty Smith, that goddamn album when he put that out there, bitch, that shit had some bangers on it. I said, ooh, Ty Smith. That was my shit back in the day. Okay, listen, I'm a hip hop head. I'm a music connoisseur. I don't know about today music. But back in the day, bitch, you could get me my hands off no goddamn music. Mama take me to the store. We used to go to the, oh damn, each and every week we got music. Oh, we got a new album or two every fucking Tuesday. Because that's when new music was released. And this is when we had to go down to the record store. Best Buy. We went to Best Buy. We went to Walmart, Circuit City. All shit like that. I went to Tower Records. Tower Records used to be right downtown. Right across the street from my school when I went to DePaul. On Wabash. Used to go there, get some music, get a couple of CDs every time I got paid. Each week I got a couple of new releases and everything. Oh my God. Take me back, FYE. I actually miss going to the stores and actually rummaging through the CD case, the CDs. The kids would never know the fun it was. Oh my God, it was an experience, bitch. It was an experience. It was bonding. Just like they'll never know the woes and the highs and the greatness that MySpace was and that Black Planet was. And I put this out on Twitter. I said, you know what? MySpace and Black Planet taught us how to code, and we didn't even realize it. Okay, we didn't even realize it. Baby, let me tell you something. Black Planet, I was a little hoe on Black Planet. Digitally, okay? Because I wasn't talking to nobody in real life. But I used my MySpace page. Mind you, I was in high school with a Black Planet page. Anyway, I was going through some things. I was trying to figure some stuff out, bitch. And then I figured it out because next thing you know, I was on MySpace. And you want to know who was on MySpace? I used my MySpace for It was gay as hell. Okay, I was following all of the studs, all of the films, and all of that shit. Remember, I don't know. Let me tell you something. I'm finna take it back. I'm finna take it back to the Gap, bitch. Remember, for my gays, okay? My lesbians, for sure. Because I believe the guys had like, what is it, ACDC? I don't know what it was called. I forget. But y'all probably remember. But us lesbians, we had Downy Link. I feel like that just stirred up a memory for a couple of y'all. That somebody gonna be like, Downy Link. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Be up on there on the chats and all that stuff. Some of you old bitches used to be on goddamn AIM, AOL, Instant Messenger and all that stuff in the chat rooms and shit. I never was on that shit because I was a child, okay? You others, y'all probably was doing some stuff. I was on the party line. I used to be sitting on the lounge listening to some of the, you know, the way that motherfuckers be on Twitter Spaces now. Twitter Spaces now, just talking shit or whatever. Baby, they used to be doing that on the party line, okay? You literally had to get on the goddamn phone. Welcome to the party line. And then you literally go to whichever room you wanted to go to. And then that motherfuckers be up in there talking or whatever. Then you start talking to a regular person. Girl, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Bitch, I had a couple of niggas. I told y'all, bitch, I was figuring some shit out. And then I realized the type of niggas that I was going after. And I said, yeah, bitch, go ahead and get you a bitch because this ain't it. Oh my God. Girl, the memories. I am such a mess. Like that just... Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy y'all rest of y'all week and y'all weekend. Baby, I hope the weather is good. Y'all be safe. Is it still raining out the side? Expected yesterday. Well, why didn't it come yesterday if it was expected yesterday? What is this? We unable to complete the tracking, but what? Anyway, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm sorry. But yeah, girls and guys, I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope y'all weather is good. Let me see. Is the weather going to be good out here? Ooh, that looks nasty. I'm going to have to put my coat on. Fuck that, bitch. I'm putting on a sweater and that's all I'm wearing. Oh, okay. That's kind of decent. Oh, okay. It's kind of decent. It's going to be in the 40s, mid 40s for the rest of the week. Okay. I guess. It's spring. It ain't summer yet. But, you know, I hope y'all be good, be safe, and I'll see y'all later. All right? Peace.